Hey, welcome to another episode of Heavy Hitters, guys. So I've been promising you my boy Savage. He's out here today. We were just talking. What is it, Rob? The world is what?
Full of
good people. If you can't find one, be one. So and that's sort of how we live today. That's Bruce Lee, just so you know, his philosophy. So Rob's been sentenced to over 25 years, and that's everything from fucking youth authority to the state to the feds. So he's seen the every gamut of it. And what you generally don't find, Rob, is people acting like us today. You know what I mean? How we're trying to think. The mentality inside is nothing like what we're trying to think. What we would be shunned for the shit we're doing today, right?
I hope not.
We absolutely would.
Absolutely would.
Absolutely. So raise your voice a little. The mic's right there. So we're trying to bring. We just got a new mic, guys. Hopefully this is going to work for you, because I listened to that other stuff and it's brutal.
I can turn it up.
We were about to hang Magic, but he came through and he got one of them shotgun mics. So let's give Magic a hand. Thank you. You know what I mean? So, Rob, you were telling me earlier, and I know your story a little bit. We've been fucking running the Valley together. We've been running the institutions together. We know all the same people. We know all the same poor behaviors. We know people that are stuck in that lifestyle forever, whether they're inside or outside, right?
Pretty much.
Let's start off when, your first time you started getting in trouble at home. Not even getting busted.
Well, my name's Rob Savage, and from the start, I can remember being pretty much a manipulator. Whether I was a little kid or not, I was a manipulator. I come from, my mom lived in one part of town, my dad lived in the other. I come from a really good family, but I always strive to find mayhem, just havoc. If I didn't get what I wanted, I was spoiled, and I went and took it. From that behavior, people that know me, I wound up in juvenile hall, and it was always the same story, always the same story. Oh, this isn't nothing, but if you go up the hill to the next unit, that's where it happens. That's where it happens. Oh wow, okay. Well, next 6 months I'm back. Here I am. I'm in CD, Silmar, Central. Next thing I'm going. Well, hey, juvenile hall. This isn't nothing. But all the fellas were telling me, oh, if you go to camp, that's where it happens. What happens? Oh, you'll find out. You'll find out. Get to camp. I was at the high security lockup. It just seems everywhere I went. It wasn't too long before either I destroyed it, or something happened, or something jumped off, or something. I never really was comfortable and always wanting to come home. Don't get it twisted. I'm not one of those people finding lodging in state prison, and I'm better off with 3 cots and a meal, so let me show my might. It's not me, okay? But I went from camp, and in camp it was the same story. Oh, I forgot. Placement was in between juvenile hall and camp, but camp, it was getting a little rough. I grew up. I was a stoner. Okay, I listened. Long hair, curly hair, halfway. Those that know me, you knew me. It's Little Robbie. I was skinny as a rail, and yeah, I got picked on. My name got me picked on. Everything I'm very sensitive, very emotional person. It's not easy to get my blood going, but that was me. I went from, when I got to camp, they said, Rob, seriously, camp, it's go home, don't come back, but if you ever do, no, YA's where it happened. They call it gladiator school. Oh shit, gladiator school. What, they give you shield to not, oh, you'll find out if you ever keep messing up and you go there.
Well, they have a saying, even like when you went to Tracy, they called Tracy Gladiator School, and they said, hey, dog, when you get there, they give you a bunch of fucking Time magazines to layer your jacket with,
That's
a trash
true,
can lid, and a fucking shield and a sword.
It's not that, well,
but that's
sometimes it's that bad,
right?
But it's not that bad 24/7.
No, not 24/7.
When I got to YA, the worst feelings I had, though, is I went from being around people that were from around this area to a whole different ball game, okay? I started having to, going from just, I never was a tough guy. That's all I'm trying to say. I was a skinny, long-haired, confused, really trying to get attention and trying to feed that little demon that lived on my shoulder that used to talk me into doing bad things in life. Everybody's got the good and bad. I listened to my bad too much, too often as a child, and it got me into places, jails, institutions, and everywhere else. But when I got to YA, I started learning that lonely feeling. Hey, I don't know how many of you guys think it's cool or think it's chic, but I really went through some hard times against everybody. Not just against, I'm talking everybody.
So just so you know, Rob, they have an idea of how we run races in California. That we stick with our own, they stick with their own. They already have a good idea on that. Excuse me. So like you're not going to offend anybody. You know who you are today. You hug anybody you want today. Nobody's going to tell you shit. So I just want to put that out there right now, so that our audience doesn't think.
Right,
and that way
this is now.
Right, you can share about what you need to share about.
All I'm saying is that I went from YA, and I'm not gonna lie, YA was bad. Okay, I went from let's just say I learned to. I was fist fighting all the time. I was usually alone. I don't know if you think you go to a county, you go wherever, but when you get sent out of your district and you're now in Northern California, Preston, Ione, California, and you're the only Southern California white guy, and you feel you need to represent and all that, because you're going to have to represent.
Correct.
Okay? You're going to represent our...
You're going to be shipped off
right.
somewhere.
There's happy campgrounds somewhere else, but... That's what I went through, and it seemed like the higher and the rougher it got, man, I just wanted out. But I was stuck.
So, in identifying that, you were being alone, right? So you're having to represent Southern California. Did you decide to join a clique, and you don't need to put the clique's name out there, or if you didn't, you know what I mean? Like, did you run along the whole time?
Yeah. So while I was in YA. I was fortunate enough to be blessed by certain gang members took me under the wing and made me earn my rep, basically, and yeah, I did that. I did all that, and I don't take it back. And then people, they are who they are, and I am who I am, and I send nothing but love and blessings. But that's not who I am today. Yeah, I joined a prison gang. Yeah, I've done all that. It doesn't matter. And it started in YA, Gladiator School. Yeah, I was in it when it wasn't cool. Okay. Every single time where you from? I'm from. Boop 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 boop. Bam! It's a fight. Oh, here we go. Here we go. On to the next building and the next building and the next building. Here we go. And everybody knew I'm coming before I even got there. So when my final resting point, once I started to even get half comfortable, I was in the worst ride of my life, and that was in YA. I was at Preston, and I almost lost my life by the grace of God. I was blessed with the lucky lock on a belt, how we get down, and I won that day. Okay, but I went to the hospital, all that. From YA, I learned how to basically be alone and stand alone on my 2 feet and represent whether people like me or not. That was me. I was talking to Badger. It's kind of funny how when we used to go to prison, we used to say we're going away on vacation, a fire camp, or we're going camping. We're going camping. Well, then it turned around, and it got kind of sick once the next level I got to state prison. I used to tell all the homies, hey, I'm going out there on vacation for a minute. Try to hold myself because I want my bottom bunk back, and hold my fucking, these
TV,
are my fan,
Super
my Super 2 radio. Hold that for 3 months, else I'm going to get yours, right? That's just how it, hold my shit for me, please, bro.
So what he's saying is he knew for a fact, odds were, he's coming back.
Right.
Because he had done nothing to work on himself while he was there. We get stuck into the gang banging activities.
I'll get to that.
Yeah,
though,
my bad.
But
Go ahead,
from
Doug.
state, okay, I destroyed it. It seemed the more notoriety I got, the more popular, the more people I knew, the more the worse things got. The more people were telling me what to do, how to act, and my philosophy was always a little different from Jump Street. Is that I went to prison because I was a bad person. I did bad things out here that put me in prison, that I needed to be separated from society so I could try to get my head straight, okay? So I could try to maybe walk away instead of doing the stupid things that I was doing, just to separate. My parents put me in jail most of the time because they loved me and they wanted me, they felt that I had done so much time that at least I'd be safe in prison, and I wouldn't be out here running the streets, cops possibly killing me or doing the things that I do out here. So yeah, well, from state, I pretty much, every yard I went to, I pretty much brought my bullshit with me. I carried it with me in a personal backpack up here, and I carry it to any yard I went to. And my main thing was to gather my homies and take over the world. Buy a sack of drugs, whatever I had to do, and we did it. We did it. We've been there, done that. And my homies are my homies, and I'm getting them sidetracked a little. But from state, any yard I went to, whether you were trying to do time and do your thing or whatever, if you knew me, you were getting pulled into the mix. Okay, you were getting pulled into it, whether you wanted to or not. Who am I to dictate policy to anybody? Anybody. But that's who I thought I was. If you're down, if you're with it, and you better be with it, because we're gonna come. If you're not with it, when we get done doing what we're doing, we're gonna come see what you're about. Okay? And it didn't ever end too nicely. And you know what? It didn't really matter to me. Okay? What happened in there, or what happened, or all that from state? It seemed like every yard I went to, by the time I was paroled, I had destroyed it. State does not want me anymore. I left the yard with 130 points and in more trouble than I want to talk about. Okay, so from there, I thought I had this gangster lifestyle. I thought I was smarter than this whole world. Still, the universe. I'm Rob Savage. I'm smarter than all that. I'm just not going to do crime no more. Okay, I won't do crime. I'll have other people do it for me. Well, it lasted 5 years, and I was paroling from Chino one day, maxed out, thinking I was on top of the world, talking shit, chained up like a dog, shuffling down the hallway, talking shit to two gooners, saying, "Dog, I'm going home tonight. You can't do a motherfucking thing about that. I'm going to be eating steak tonight. And with my old lady. Yeah, I'm getting boned. When's the last time you've been boned?" Ah! Yeah, until I turned that corner into R&R, and I seen why they were laughing. Both of them were laughing at me because there was two gooners there from the feds to pick me up. Don't know what I did wrong.
No steak, no pussy,
nothing.
No nothing.
Yeah, they took that shit. Okay, and they put me in the back of that unmarked motherfucking Toyota Cruiser thing. And I was like, God, this thing's nice. No bars, no nothing, just shackled up. Oh yeah, you're going to the feds. What's that mean? We'll just see. What am I being? Just shut up and sit down and just stay back there and shut up. Do I get a burger? Shut up. Yeah, well, guilty by association, harboring a fugitive, accessory after the fact. My significant other, they said it was going on, credit fraud before I got there, and it was going on after I left. But Judge Lou, when he looked at the computer, he said, these pants right here. What size are you, Mr. Savage? I said, I'm 34, 36. Just your size. What size is your foot? Why you want to know that? Size 12. Oh, size 12, Adidas. There you are. Those were you. You cannot tell me you've been with this girl for 5 years and not knowing what she was doing. You never called 911. Therefore, you're guilty of accessory after the fact. That started my Fed tour. Those of you guys that run around here and you know, state this, state, I'm not talking bad about state. I'm not glorifying state. I'm not glorifying the feds. All I'm saying is it's a whole different fucking ball game. Once you get to the feds, there's no more, man, it's, I seen some weird stuff.
No more San Fernando only.
No more.
It's California
It's
now,
SoCal
right?
till we die. We're riding, and then once we get past state lines, it's California, and everybody hates us. Okay?
Believe that.
Believe that, okay? Those of you that have been there know the game. I got to see a whole different category of people. DC blacks, I've seen it all. Dirty white boy, I've seen all of them. Did I just say the wrong thing?
Right. No, that part's all right.
Okay. I've went from watching too much. Okay, but my mayhem, what did I do in the feds? Gee, once I got a little popular, my new thing was I'm going to make some pruno, then I'm going to zap it into some white lightning, then we're going to make some money and I'm going to have some fun. Okay, get ready, and yeah, there I was sitting, zap the power on the tier, everybody sitting in the dark 2 weeks straight, wanting to kill me. Okay, did I stop? No. I blasted another batch the very next week, and pretty soon I stopped popping them light sockets, and
got pretty good at what you did.
Yeah. But
Kept the same
all I'm
standard.
saying, it went from one mayhem to a whole nother one, and they play a whole different ball game in the feds. That's whole thing. All I'm trying to say the whole time, man.
It's nightmarish, bro.
Nightmares.
So, we're discussing alcohol right now. Were you in the drug trade at all inside? I know. I'm putting the question.
Well, I wasn't this last time, but before, yeah, I was heavily into the drug, whatever you want to call it. In fact, I started doing the heavier drugs in prison. My first paper, we call it paper, microdata fucking poison.
Tell them what it is.
Yeah.
Tell them what it is.
Heroin.
So, okay.
Okay, sniffed a little heroin on a Tehapachi yard, lonely, wanting to go home. Next thing I know, you want to try this? What's that? Black tar heroin. Oh my God! Black tar heroin? Oh, that sounds dangerous. Hell, are you going to charge me for it? Oh, no, Rob, not this time, dude. We got you, dog. We got you. Really? Can I get a little extra?
Well, that's going to cost you.
That's going to cost you. But that's where it happened, and from there, man, did it grab me? Of course. Did I always? I could tell stories all day. Did it affect me? Did it affect others in my life? Did it affect my mother, my father, and everybody around me that loved me or even knew my name? Yes, it did. Because most definitely, I'm the one that should have been dead. I'm the one that should have went out already. Me and both this guy. We've slammed more heroin than what? Huh?
I don't even want to go with it.
Man, the cartel can't even get us high. Cartel can't even get us high. Your shit's bunk, homie. What? Your shit's cut. Yeah. But
scared
anyway,
of that shit today, though.
but that, yeah. All I'm saying is I've been there on the drugs. Yeah, I've been through the drugs. They controlled my life, turned me to a slave. Okay. Was I ever happy? Did I ever find peace of mind high?
Absolutely. Absolutely, I did. Absolutely. Took all the loneliness, the despair, the fucking...
But when I woke up and I wasn't high, I was right back, so it never took nothing. It just put a Band-Aid on it, and it stopped the bleeding for a little bit. But as soon as I ripped that Band-Aid out, lo and behold, here comes my liver out again, right? All right, so all I'm saying is I can't... But I did watch your channel last night, late into the wee hours of the night, and you know what? Jimmy had it right. Had it right. I can remember smoking marijuana and thinking that I was, and everything was cool. and mellow. And that's all I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And that's when I was in the 5th grade. But I watched it progress and slowly to every single time, whatever yard I was on. It was always, man, I can't wait to get out, to have that reunion, that final party, that one that I didn't have prom. My prom was in jail. I didn't get to go to prom. I didn't get all those little things. Your first date, that shit was stripped from me long ago. Okay, my first date was once I had already been in YA and came out, and someone broke me off. Okay, that was my first date. But hey,
all I'm homie a little. He just got out.
18, yeah, fresh. But all I'm saying is I've been through the drugs. They've never, ever really made me. Have I ever found happiness? It's always been, damn, I'm almost out. Damn, where's the next sack? Damn, what am I going to do when I'm out? Hey, how am I going to, always that hustle, always that ambition, all that negative attention used for the wrong reasons. And the last thing I'm going to say about jail is, if you've been there, what did you tell yourself when you sat in your cell with your cellie? What did you tell yourself if I ever had the chance to get out again? Oh, what I would do different. Oh, how I would do something different. Oh, I would visit them. Oh, I would do all this different. If I just had one more chance. Well, when you get that one more chance, what the fuck you gonna do with it? What are you gonna do with it? You gonna put it down? I'll get back to you. I'll come back to you next week. Right now, I'm gonna kick my heels up. I'm gonna boot, scoot, and boogie. You gonna be a fool for a little bit? You think you're gonna come back around? What if you don't get that chance? Right. What if you don't get that chance? What if that next little bit, and it's never a little, right? Never little. What if that next one's that final shabang? But what if you waste that opportunity that you were talking about? That you promised yourself, man, those dreams of grandeur, man, I wouldn't care if I had a $10 an hour job. Because you ain't got no job in the pen, 8 cents an hour,
15,
homie.
12.
Yeah, 15, ooh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, you're a programmer. You get to go to, what is that, PIA. Make my boots, homie.
65
Make my boots, sew my clothes, whatever. Bring me some freshies, okay? Bring me some freshies every week. I'll break you off, homie.
So let me ask you this, Rob. You've done quite a bit of drugs inside. Did you ever get in trouble or see anyone get in trouble behind drugs?
I'm so sorry, anybody, and I know a lot of...
This is going to Patreon, so go ahead.
A lot of my people out there, yeah,
You ever see anyone get in trouble, have to lock it up? The list goes on.
Yeah.
So, why don't you give a taste of something?
Well, I had a pretty big, that devil in the bag. The drug bag was pretty gnarly. I've watched people do stuff for $50 paper that I wouldn't do. I mean, I've seen people go out backwards. I've seen people flip out.
Can you explain to them what going out backwards means?
No.
They
lock it up. They get in debt. They lock it up. They go out backwards behind some drugs. And,
name's no good anymore, and generally what happens is your people are going to have to pick up the tab with whoever they are, and if you're in debt to your people, I absolutely promise you that a kite's going to be flying right behind you, right? You know? I
don't know. But yeah, that's how it goes down, and people lose their lives, and people never come out, and people, it's an endless cycle in there, and it is what it is. Those people got life, most of the people that, I don't know, I've always been the one that strived to, who am I going to meet? Where am I going? Who's there? What's there? What's going on this yard? And man, I went from the holes to here to there and met a lot of people. They're all still in there. They're cool.
Good people.
The killers, but they're in there for life. And some of the best people. And those people really, really stuck it to me. in a mental way, because every lifer that, and I've got lots of them, that it took me years, okay, to hang out on the yard, hang out, be around. Finally, that dude just said hi to me, just said, "What's up?" Wow. Hey, good morning. Top of the morning to you, sir. Wink in the line. Wow. Year later, all them people that are, some of them are out, that told me, sat me down, Rob, tried to talk sense into me, and all them promises that I made, I'm keeping them now.
For sure, respect.
I'm keeping them. It might have took me a while, might have took me a lot of hard slaps, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, but right now, I do the damn thing. Every single day, I wake up. Hey, is it repetitious? So's your cell program, homie. So's your cell program. So's your routine, homie. That's routine. But guess what? You apply those same principles out here on the street. The only positivity left in the California prison system, they took every last program that you can get. The only thing that you're going to maybe gain something out of is look at the structure. You get up, you go to work, you come back, you go to yard, you go to what, but yeah, whatever you're doing, you've got some sort of program. If you didn't, you'd go nuts.
So it's not much different than out here. You get up.
That's
you go
what
to
I'm
work,
saying. But out here, you get paid for it.
Real money. You know what I mean? You get to suffer through paying bills. You know what I mean? Not everybody.
Nothing's easy.
Nothing's easy.
We started where I'm just going to say, since I've been on the street, nothing's been easy for me. It may seem like it when you hear me putting positive posts on excuse me, on Facebook, but it's not. Okay, I went through a year program, sober living, every last dime going to pay for my weekly dues until this man saved me. Yeah, got me my first apartment. Okay, I was a roommate, wasn't mine, but
right.
Got me my first. Thank you, bro.
Right.
Thank you.
It's all right. Thank you.
Got me mine. And I one thing from the program that, because I haven't been completely in the program, going to meetings lately, but I always remember what my sponsor told me. Whatever you get out of the program, whatever tools you gather, whatever you bring with you, whatever you got in your toolbox, keep them dear. You'll always have them. Use them. The tools. He told me, you get a job. You don't like your job?
Find a new
Fucking
job.
hate my job. It's 10:50. They want me to even come in on Saturday. No, I don't like my job. Nobody's buying. I'm selling solar panels. Whatever. Calling people, bother them in their homes. Nobody likes that. Okay, but I'm doing it. Damn, I'm actually succeeding. These people actually see me as somebody. Wow, with skills. They know who I am. They know where I've been, and they're giving me an opportunity. Do not waste your opportunities.
You hear the magic in that?
They've given
me an opportunity.
They've given me an opportunity.
Nobody owed him shit. Nobody owed him shit. You know, and that's not our thinking inside. What's our thinking inside? Somebody owes me something.
Oh.
Where's my third?
Someone owes something.
Believe that.
And if you're getting high and you're doing dirt, then it's party time, right?
We're going to find a way to manipulate you, strong arm you, straight extort you for what we want. We're going to get what we want. That's how we run. You know, and so it's all live by the sword, die by the sword thing. We've heard, you know, that forever, you know, and that's not where we're at today. Thank God. Thank God. Respect, you know, like, because, like you said, we should have been dead
wait a
several
minute.
times
Well,
over.
let me get back on point. If you got a job, you don't like it, it's not permanent. Start looking for another one. But don't quit your job. You're going to stay in that job until another door opens. And you're going to go through that next door. And if you don't like that, what in the next room, you're going to go out that next door, and you're going to trade something for something better. But it's always going to be something better. Or you're going to stay and put your nose to that lasted out here on the streets. Well, let me just tell you what happened. The last time I went to jail was right here in Southern Cal, in our county.